we'd see very common. I don't think it's something that's common. Yeah, if you need to add a space somewhere in between your layouts, and a bunch of other awesome stuff that's over here. So my advice for someone beginning is go drag and drop, play around with all that. We have this a lot of attributes you can like play around. Do you want to change the font family? Maybe make it a different kind of font. Do you want to change the color of the text? Do you want to change the size of the text, the spacing between the text, making the text clickable, and a bunch of other things which even I haven't even tried out. So yeah, just go crazy, go wild, have fun with it. And as far as the Kotlin side is concerned, yeah, this is just a matter of learning Kotlin, its syntax, what its types are, like integers, for example, and strings, um, and a bunch of other concepts, which if you've already done Java, they may not be that new to you, or C or C++, some things may not be that new, some might be. So it's just a matter of getting comfortable with the syntax. And the good thing with programming is once you're really good at maybe one thing, it's very easy to transfer this knowledge to other parts, other domains, and just do maybe one or two tweaks on the syntax or something. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that because I think that's quite a lot to take in for an hour. And yeah, just like let it soak. And but if you have any questions, you can always shoot them at me. Always available through LinkedIn or Twitter or whatever platform you use. So you mean like just create the UI with the XML and then do the logic later on? Um, I mean, yes, you can do, yes, you can create all your screens without any logic at all, just like have them. I mean, a lot of times we even do this even at work. We maybe create the UIs and the screens and then come later and add attach logic to it. So yeah, it's possible to do them split because at the end you will have to add some logic. But yes, you can actually just create screens even if it's just for learning, and yeah, that's fine. You can just create the screens. XML is so we have things called a markup language, and XML is a markup language. So they kind of oh, I didn't show you how this is how XML looks like. So it uses tags. Markup languages uses tags pretty much as if you are familiar with HTML. XML is also kind of in the same family of markup languages. So like HTML uses like hypertext markup language. XML is also a markup language. It uses tags also of its own, and the tags kind of define some set of data and how to. It kind of holds data and gives you information or metadata rather, like it holds information about a certain thing. I don't know how to if that makes sense. Like it provides with metadata on a certain. Let me just see what the X actually stands for, because I know the ML is extensible markup language. Yes. So yeah, it's pretty much like HTML, and in terms of being it also being a markup language, but it's extensible. Um, as I said, exactly as I mentioned, it uses tags, and the tags kind of hold the data or information that you need to kind of um, recreate that element or that set of or that view that you actually need to, because it's not only used for creating layouts, it's also used for maybe sending data between servers or something. So it might even contain some metadata to do with, I don't know, maybe a file or data to do with how to create this view. So it's mostly used to hold data in the end, most times, in most scenarios. Yes, yes, you can actually drag and drop. Yes, you can actually drag and drop, but I think with time, or as your app grows, or the more you become skilled, um, and the more your or the app you're working on becomes big, drag and dropping won't be. It's gonna be a bit more challenging to do. I mean, for starters, yes, it's fine. We're just getting started. It's fine. Yes, you can just drag and drop, but eventually, with time, you're gonna have to actually get into the actual XML and do some tweaking. But yeah, the XML part is something that eventually you'll just be so comfortable with, because these are just the attributes you're seeing here, like layout, width, text. These are just the same things as when it comes to design. You see all these attributes on the right. It's just the same thing, like width, height, visibility. For example, you can see the visibility here. I can just come to the code here and add it, like visibility. So it's just the same attributes that you see in the design, but only you only just like be able to do them by hand, not because if I come here and write and select, I don't know, con, then I go back to the now you're gonna see it got added. Yeah, yeah, here, yeah. So you're gonna get oh, so when okay, when starting a new project, let's see. I think I did this when starting a new project. I'm going to talk about the project, and if a new project, I think 21, 23 is kind of the, because also you have to think about the market, maybe which you're building your. For example, if you're building your app for people who don't have access to like high end devices, I mean, it doesn't make sense to pick something really high. But if you're targeting people with like I don't know high end devices and they have like the latest Android operating systems, maybe you can choose like 2027 and like that's like 50% of devices. But if it's terms of so if you actually, for example, pick, let's say, because this is also tied to the one the app. So if you actually let's say pick 25.